All right guys, so today I'm going to do a very quick video on an essential piece of gym equipment that I believe you should get, and also what to look for when buying that piece of equipment. So as you can see, what I have here today is a simple weightlifting bench. Don't judge it too harshly. This one's been through the ringer a little bit. It's also a cheap quality, and we'll get into that in a bit. But I believe that a bench is one of the more versatile things you can get. There are a few pieces of key equipment, and this is absolutely one of them. Of course, with a bench, you need to make sure that you get one that's adjustable. So you need to make sure that your bench can incline, go flat, and decline. You'll require all of those positions in order to properly work your chest. If it only goes flat and inclines, that is okay. You can probably get by without the decline. The decline can be nice for things like working abs and that, but it's not an absolute. But it needs to at least be able to incline. And I want to let you guys in on a little secret about that. This particular bench can incline, however, the seat here does not move. So when you incline the bench, as this one is, this seat doesn't also incline, which is what a normal bench would do. That might not seem like a big deal. It is a huge deal. When I do an incline press on this bench, I slide right off. So as you put your butt here and the weight pushes down on you, you will begin to slide. You won't feel stable. I promise you, you can't possibly do a good press with something like this. So you either need to make sure this seat also inclines, or there's something here down at the other end that catches your legs that you can brace against. Otherwise, it's worth absolutely nothing. Another really important thing when you get a bench is make sure that the way that you incline and decline it, as you can see, this one requires a screwing motion. And you know what? It's not the end of the world, but it's slow. So, you don't plan to adjust it a lot, it's not as much of a big deal, but this is something that you can nip in the bud right before you buy the bench. You can get easy adjustable benches in which you literally just raise or lower them without having to screw anything in. I would highly recommend something like that. Another thing to look for, you're also looking for a bench that has a weight rating considerably high. Keep in mind that this bench is going to put in some work. It's your weight, it's the weight of all the weight on you. You want to feel stable. If you're going to do your best, you have to feel stable on it. This one, a little rickety. This is a cheap bench, and I know that, but I wouldn't buy something like this for my real bench. It has way too many downsides. One really nice thing about this, it's exceptionally light. That comes with its pros and cons. If you're going to move it around a lot within your gym, yes, I guess it's good to have a light bench. Heavier is going to be sturdier, it's going to feel sturdier, and it's literally going to be built stronger because it's made out of a stronger material. If it's exceptionally light like this one, has a lot of hollow pieces, maybe some plastic, those aren't the things you're looking for in a good weight bench. You don't necessarily have to break the bank, but a bench is something you want to spend your money on. You're going to use it a lot. It supports you and it puts in a lot of work. It's something that needs to be a good piece of equipment, and it's something you need to have. There's a lot you do with a bench besides just a bench press. So you do things like tricep extensions. Of course, you do your bench press. You can do abs if it has a decline. You can do all kinds of shoulder exercises. You can put this into an incline position and you can isolate your biceps much better. You can actually use the back of this as a makeshift preacher curl if you don't have one, and most people don't have their own preacher curl. This works in a pinch. It's excellent for that purpose. Another thing that you can do is a lot of these benches have attachable pieces of equipment that go in this section right here. So you can actually get preacher attachments that go right here. A really important thing to get for a bench, look for one that has a leg extension that you can add weight to. Definitely one that you can add weight to, or you're going to outgrow it and it serves absolutely no purpose. But if you can get one with a leg extension that you can put some weight on, you get your leg extender right here. It is the cheapest way you're going to get a leg extension at home, and it is an incredibly important exercise to be able to do at home, because squats are great and wonderful, but you want some variety besides squats and lunges. The leg extension actually hits a part of your quads that only equipment it hits. It is an excellent exercise, and I highly recommend you able to do that exercise simply by getting a bench that has an attachment for it. One final thing that these benches can have, they can have an attachment for your legs that allow you to hook your legs in there and do your lower back by doing good mornings. I would recommend that too. It's one of the easier ways to be able to do that exercise at home. It's an excellent exercise. You can add weight yourself because you hold the weight against your chest while you do the bend over motion, so you don't have to worry about the equipment being able to accommodate weight because you just add the weight to your body. So those are the things you really need to look for in a bench. I know shopping for a weight bench seems like a real easy thing, and a lot of people don't put a lot of work into it. You can get standard benches that are strictly just one solid piece. They don't incline, decline. They have none of the attachments I just said, and you can get those pieces really cheap. I can't recommend against that enough. That is a useless piece of equipment. That'll allow you to do a flat bench press. There's a lot of argument that there's absolutely no need to ever even do a flat bench press. Incline should be your default, and you need something that can absolutely incline in the back for all the other reasons I said. It allows you to do so much more than just your chest. There are so many exercises you can do on a good weight bench. This is where you spend your money. Highly recommended. There's not a particular brand I recommend. Just make sure that it meets your weight requirements. Read the reviews. They'll break down the problems that any particular bench has for you. But like I said, one that's adjustable, one that has a lot of additions that can be added to the front part of the bench will help you out in the long run. You don't have to buy those pieces right away. You can buy them as you grow into the need of those exercises, but having something expandable is definitely worth it. So you don't have to just toss this in the garbage when you're done with it, much like I am with this one. This one's going right out the door, if for no other reason than because this seat can't adapt up so that I can do an incline bench press without sliding right off the seat. It's a simple thing, definitely not one I thought of when I first bought this bench. Thanks for joining, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.